Welcome to That's So Us
with Ama.
and Lo.
Join us every Friday as we talk about everything and anything.
From pop culture to mental health to life experiences.
Everyone needs a vent session, and we're ready to connect with you on so many levels.
Be ready to laugh and even cry. Grab some tissues and a drink.
And join us as we turn our 3 a.m. calls into this podcast.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Great.
Yeah. Well, how was your week so far?
It was good. It's just been super chill. I'm still in Atlanta, so I've been watching my little cousin, and she has school most of the days, so I'm kind of just vibing.
That's
But
fun.
I watched Don't Worry, Darling the other day, and I thought it was really good.
I never watched
But
it.
the ending was not good at all. So maybe
No.
don't.
Yeah, I watched The Exorcist yesterday.
Dude, no.
The worst part was it was just me and my friend and then these two other people. So like the theater was like really empty.
Oh no.
And I was like laughing. And then so there was a part in the trailer that I knew was happening. Okay. Like the girl was on the floor under her bed and then she popped up into the window, like smacked it. Okay. And I knew that was gonna happen. So I looked at my friend, I'm like, okay, like there's gonna be a jump scare. Don't I fucking get scared? Even if I knew it was about to happen. Like I literally jumped and I was like, oh my God. But
No.
I thought it was good. It was gross. Like there was a scene,
Gory?
there was like a scene where like one of the girls took like a cross and like stabbed someone in the eye, and I directly was looking, and I was like, and then you know when you look and you can't unlook after, like that was me. It was disgusting, and then I was like, ugh. But it was good. I liked it, but I like that stuff, so
I
yeah.
surely do not like that stuff. And the only movie that I've seen that was like kind of like that was actually with my dad, surprisingly. Because even though he doesn't fuck with that,
Yeah.
like I don't know why he actually watched that. I don't know.
Which one was
But
it?
I don't remember which one it was. But actually I think it might have been in Spanish. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, so I don't know. But, like, this girl was, like, possessed, and they were, like, performing exorcisms on her, and I was just like, this
Oh,
is
yeah,
really
that's what
creepy."
happened. And
So,
like one of
yeah,
the person's necks like did a whole 360 and then they
no,
died. Yeah.
no, no.
But it was good.
Well, that's good, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I would have
Yeah.
been terrified.
Oh my God, it was kind of fun.
Ugh, it creeps me out.
Yeah. Basically what I've done all week is go to the movie.
Go to the movies, yeah, and literally,
Mhm.
that's what I've been doing is watching movies and Jersey Shore.
Mhm.
So, we're just chilling
Yeah.
because we have a busy week coming up. I'm so excited.
Next week, yeah. Yeah. Well, this weekend too, I
So
have two
excited.
concerts. Yeah. I have like
Who's
so much
show?
stuff. Well, the first one is I got invited by Universal Music to the country artist.
Yes.
Tyler Hubbard.
Uh-huh.
I'm not really a country listener, but I guess it'll be an experience. It'll be my first like country concert because I've never been to one. And then Renee Rapp is on Saturday. I'm so
Oh,
excited for her.
love her. She's literally
Um,
she was either in Georgia or is gonna be,
she was yesterday.
okay, yesterday, and it's like an hour away from me. So it would
Oh,
have been an expensive Uber, but
yeah, what a
yeah. Or else I would have went, but
yeah, I'm very
whatever.
excited for that. And then the week after, the week that like we go to LA, my grandmother's moving, so I have to help with that.
Mm.
Um, and then I have to like pack and like get
Dude, yeah,
ready.
I literally still
But
haven't gotten outfits. So I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I have like one. I'm gonna go tomorrow and see if I can find anything, and that's not expensive. So yeah,
Mhm.
because I don't have all this money to be spending on clothes.
Yeah, I just pretend that I do.
That's what I did last week when I bought concert tickets. I pretended I had all this money,
Me too. Actually, me too.
and then I was like, "Oh, okay." I got a new gig yesterday, so money's
That's
gonna come somehow.
great. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's good.
yeah. So it's
At
okay.
least we have shows coming up,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
we're gonna go 2 together too, so
Yeah, yeah.
like we always say, we always make trips out of the shows, and it's not just, like,
Mhm.
just the show.
Yeah, 2 in 1. So the question is, if you could spend a day in the life of someone, who would it be?
Do you have an answer?
Well, they would have to be someone that's, like, really wealthy and rich and have a big mansion. I think I would honestly
Mhm.
go with Shay Mitchell,
Oh, I
minus
love
the
her.
kids.
Okay.
So her kids have
I
to
was
be at
gonna
daycare or something because I
I was
don't
gonna
wanna
say her kids are so cute.
they're cute, but, like, I wanna live lavishly for the day. They can't be there. Not
Okay.
even her boyfriend, like, just her and her whatever she does in the day. I don't know what she does, but
Yeah.
I feel like she'd be fun because she's, like, very popular, but she's not, like, Hailey Bieber popular, so, like, I can probably
Yeah,
walk in the street and not be stopped every 2 seconds, but I
that's
just feel
true.
like it'd be fun to, like, live a day in her life because she's, like, an actress, but also, like, a business owner. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I would say some singer. I don't know. Probably Ariana, because like, she's very big.
Mhm.
And I just wanna know what it would be like to perform in front of, like, thousands of people
Yeah.
and, like, everyone singing your lyrics back to you. I feel like it would be so like, such a good feeling.
Yeah.
So,
I
yeah.
agree. Cool, and do you have a song?
I don't
I don't either, it's okay. Now I need to find
okay.
one.
Well, I was listening to, K Bye For Now, which was, like, Sweetener Live.
Okay.
So literally anything on there. I was listening to it all this morning, and I just forgot how well, I didn't forget, but, like, she's just so good.
Yeah.
She's so good. Vocally, like, ugh, I'm obsessed.
Mine will be "Summertime in Paris" by Jaden Smith. It's, like, old, but, like, just hits. Like, you know those songs when you just listen and you're like it hits
Yeah,
each time? Yeah,
yeah,
that one's it for me.
cute.
Yeah. Remember when I met him and he was awkward? Yeah.
I do remember, actually.
He was nice, but he was just awkward.
But we're gonna meet Justin Bieber, so
Oh my god. I don't understand why, like, why did first of all, why did he have to go to Halloween Horror Nights when I'm not there
as
and
if we
sit
were
on the
gonna go.
mushrooms? He
I'm
sat on the
sorry, but
mushrooms for
I
me.
don't think I could go.
He sat on the mushrooms though for me. And he wears
Okay,
mushroom necklaces every day. Like,
he does.
sir,
It's
they're probably
literally
fucking like
just for you.
$10,000
Wait,
the
I'm sorry.
necklace.
Remember when you gave Madison
And
a
she probably
mushroom
never took it
necklace?
out of the bag.
No, it's in that scrapbook.
It literally is. Shoved in the corner of her, like, vanity where that person organizes all her stuff.
Or she, like, flipped it and it fell.
Excuse me, you know what? Your letters were left in the rainy wherever it was, so that sucks for
Oh my
you. At
gosh,
least
you're
mine might be in
right.
her house on the floor somewhere.
Dude, it's funny. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, if I got as many presents and letters as, like, celebrities get, like, what would
Mhm.
I do with it all? And would I
Some people
actually
have, like, a whole room just for that in their house.
yeah, but do they actually open it? Like, there's
I
no
feel like
way that they
it depends
open
who it
each
is.
letter.
I feel like Madison does because she's just, like,
I
that
don't
type
think
of
she
person.
did.
You don't think so?
I think she's that type of person, but I don't think she did.
Not all of them? I feel like she
Not
just would sit
mine,
there.
at least.
I
Because
feel
I
like
wrote, like, 5 it was, like, "Open me one" letters, which is
okay,
funny
me
because we both
too.
I know we both did those, but
Maybe she
you
picked
were
and
like
choose and she was like, "Oh, fuck this person."
maybe because mine were kinda long, a little long.
I don't remember the length of mine.
But, yeah, I don't know, I was thinking about that the other day, and I was like I mean, I would open all of them. I'm just saying
I
that
feel like she does.
she probably does,
She
like,
probably
she
does,
does.
but I don't think she reads
She
every letter fully. Maybe she just skims through them because it's I
yeah,
don't know. Or maybe she does. Maybe she, like, when she's down, she'll go into that room and then open something.
maybe. No, for sure I can see her doing that,
Yeah.
100%.
How did we get to that?
I don't actually know.
Okay. Well, if you wanna bring up the topic of today.
Well, yeah, going back to you watching your Exorcist movie, we're gonna talk about religious trauma today.
Yay.
Yay! Which, for real, I think religious trauma is just, like, generational
Mhm.
because you're taught what your mom and your dad were taught, and who were also just taught what their parents were taught. So it's like it's just this ongoing cycle,
Yeah.
and it just depends whether or not you want to break it and you know live a
Mhm.
different lifestyle, I guess.
Yeah. So, should we start by talking about how we were, like, raised, I guess, a little bit?
Sure.
Okay.
You want to start?
Sure. So, both my parents are, like, pretty religious, to an extent. Like, they're not, like they don't, like, pray at home or, like not to my knowledge, at least they don't do it in front of me. Um, but I feel like some parent or some families, like, before they eat, they'll pray and, like, things like that. My parents weren't like that. They would just, like, went to church every Sunday, and I would have to go to church every Sunday, and I had to do, like, the Sunday school and all those things. So that's kinda how I grew up. So I grew up, like, in a religious household, but it wasn't, like, extremely religious per se. Compared to other
Uh,
people, sure, but compared yeah.
yeah, I would say so. I grew up Catholic, and we were pretty religious, but it was mostly like my dad. I
Mhm.
think my mom was too, but like I don't know, he was very strict about that. But also because his parents are
We're like
extremely
yeah.
religious. Like they now live with my dad. I live like will come downstairs and they're like watching like whatever it is, but it's some form of like service or like mass or whatever.
Like, every day?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Or it's just like a religious video, but like all the time. I will come down and they'll be watching
Mhm.
something. So it's like it's just a lot.
Yeah.
Um, because I don't know, growing up, I literally had to go to church every single Sunday, Sunday
Me
school.
too. Me too.
Um, I was an altar server, an altar girl. Bro, we were talking about this the other day, and it gave me so much anxiety because I had to go up in front of like a lot of people
Yeah.
and wash the priest's hands. I was, what if I drop this vase? Like, what if I'm
Yeah.
like lighting the candles? I'm like going up there like shaking. Like, what if I drop and the whole church like goes up in flames? Like, it was so much anxiety for no reason. And I hated going to church, mostly because I just didn't understand what he was like talking about. Cause I don't know, at least like in the Catholic Church, he used very like big words and
Yes.
how
And
they describe
long.
things is just like, especially for
Yeah.
a kid, it's just so
I would
I
just
don't
sit there
know.
and stare and, like,
Yeah.
wait for the time because I didn't understand anything, and, like, I also I would do the readings on Sunday. Um,
I'm dead at that.
and there was big words in the readings, and I was just saying them, and I had no idea what I was reading, what I was saying, or anything like that. But a big thing for me, like, growing up in, like, that kind of atmosphere or whatever, is that I mean, I guess it's gotten better now, I don't really know, but, like, a lot of the Bible and, like, the teachings or whatever they're called, talk about how, like, relationships should be like man and woman and all that stuff. So, like, as someone who knew that they weren't straight, growing up in that environment was, like, weird for me and, like, uncomfortable because, like, I obviously did not share that with, like, anyone that, like, was in that church, like, no, because I was like,
Yeah.
"I don't know, maybe they'll, like, send me to, like, conversion therapy or something." Like, I don't know what happens if you come out, like, in, like, that atmosphere. So, like,
Mhm.
I always just didn't feel, like, welcomed or like I belonged even though like no one actually treated me that way, but just like when you would hear people talk about things like that and like when like in like the teachings and shit, like when I would go to Sunday school, like it would always be like women marry men and like all that stuff. And like I don't know, it just like was a weird thing for me personally in that like
Yeah.
regard.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of the things that were spoken about, I just don't like really believe
Mhm.
like to this day. But also, I think like religious trauma, it's not even about like having to go to Sunday school or going to church every Sunday, but it's literally what you're taught. So,
Yeah.
like you were saying, that, but also like, I don't know, someone had to like die really like gruesomely in order for our sins to be like forgiven. And we're like taught
Yeah.
that at such a young age. And so it's like, I don't know. it's just you get like these graphic images put in your head at a very young age, and you kind of like
Mm,
almost live in fear. Because literally, we had to, at what age? I think I was 7 or 8, and we had to do our like first communion.
mhm.
We had to go into confession,
Yeah.
and we talked about this before, but we had to literally talk to a priest, sit in front of them. That's anxiety enough
Is
for me.
yours
I'm like, I
like
don't want to
do
talk
you
to
see
anybody.
them?
You can choose to sit in
Okay,
front of them or have like a barrier.
okay. I mean, even though they
And
fucking probably know who you are by your voice,
oh,
but
exactly. And the thing is, like, my priest, like, he knew everybody. So it was like, I
Mhm.
don't, even though you know me, I feel like not comfortable talking to you
Yeah.
about my sins. And so I would have to sit there, and at like 7 years old, I would
I made mine
literally
up.
have to literally make stuff
I
up
made mine
because
up. I didn't know what to say.
I felt forced to go in, and well, I literally was forced to go in. My dad
Mhm.
was like, "We have to go to confession, like, well, every Saturday or not every Saturday, but we went very often when we were little."
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I felt like I had to make something up because I didn't, other than like, oh, I didn't listen to my parents this week or whatever, like I didn't know what to say. And I felt awkward,
Yeah.
and it was just not, it's not a fun time at all.
No, I remember I would go in and, like, I would be like, "I yelled at my mom. I said the Lord's name in vain." Like, I would literally just try and say stuff. "I lied to my family." Like, I literally was just, like, pulling shit out of my ass at this point because I
Yeah.
didn't do anything. Like, I literally was, like, so young. What bad things would I have
What,
done?
yeah, exactly. And it's like they
And
want
either way
us
yeah.
to
And
feel
either way, like, why
bad.
am I telling her like, why is this man, like, able to know the thing like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I just, like, never
Right.
understood it. And, like, I don't know, for me, like, religion's, like, a weird thing because like, yeah, I'm Catholic technically because I did, like, my first communion, my confirmation, baptism, and all that stuff. But,
Mhm.
like, sometimes I try and, like, think of, like, what I actually believe in because like, at the end of the day, religion's just, like, belief. Like, there's no, like, factual proof or anything. It's the Bible, okay, someone wrote that, like, I wasn't there when the person wrote that, so how do I know it's not fake? You know what I mean? Like, religion is very, like, built on beliefs and what you believe in, and that's fine if people, like, believe in all that stuff, but I just don't know what I believe in because like, I feel like when I grew up, going to, like, all these things, it's not like I don't want people to, like, get mad, but I feel like you get brainwashed in, like, a way because,
Oh,
like,
for
this is
sure.
all, like,
Yeah.
and now I'm, like, trying to, like, think of what I believe in.
Mhm.
And it's kind of hard because, like, I don't know, when, like, you grew up a certain way, like, learning about these things, and that's, like, what I thought I believed in at one point in my life, it's hard to, like, undo that or, like, figure out what you actually
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah, I think for me it's come to a place where, like, I personally believe in God. I
Mhm.
just don't need a leader or a group of people or a place to tell
Mhm.
me what to believe, how to believe it, how to talk to God, how to act. Because I know some religions, like, you can't do stuff on Saturdays or on Fridays or
Mhm.
whatever. Like, because that to me seems like a cult.
Yeah.
Like, there's a leader and you're all
I
going
think every
in.
religion is a cult.
Yeah, it's very cultish.
It doesn't mean, like, it has to be, like, a bad cult, like, the bad
No,
ones.
no.
It's just, like, it's cult behavior. I mean, I feel like at
Yeah.
the end of the day, like, fangirl stuff is cult behavior too, so but,
Oh,
like
100%.
but,
I mean,
like
you're literally, quote, unquote, "worshiping" a
yeah.
celebrity, like.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like, I don't know. I went to therapy yesterday and we spoke a bit about this.
Did you?
Um, yeah, we kind of, it was more stemmed from like me coming out. And then I was like speaking about like how my parents are religious and like that whole
Mhm.
like aspect of it. But yeah, I feel like these things kind of like stay with you. Like for me, like,
Oh,
I don't want to say I don't believe in God, but actually just don't know what I believe in personally. I know there has to be something,
mhm.
like something, but like I don't think I believe, like, heaven and hell and all those things, um, because, like, at the end of the day, I feel like every single person sins in their life, so, like, would everyone just go to hell? Like, that's, like, where my mind goes. And then, like, when
Yeah.
I think about it, like, I believe in, like, reincarnation and all those things, so then that doesn't go with, like, Catholic beliefs. So I
Mhm.
don't know, like, where I stand or, like, whatever. When I look at them, like, I feel like the one that, like, my thoughts and beliefs, like, go more towards is, like, Buddhism, like, their, like, thoughts and beliefs, but they also have, like, a big focus on, like, mindfulness and, like, things like that, so I don't know if that's, like, why. But yeah, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you in the sense that, like, I mean, that's kind of what I was just saying before is like a lot of the things I don't believe in, which is why I
Mhm.
wouldn't consider myself Catholic. But it is kind of sad because, like, I don't know, even though I didn't enjoy going to church, well,
Mhm.
okay, I can't lie. Sometimes I did, mostly because of the music, though. I
Mhm.
love the hymns, and I
Yeah,
still
they're really
do.
nice.
And just like I don't want to say the aesthetic of it, but just, like, the decor. Like, I love churches
Mhm.
are beautiful, like, in
Yeah.
that
Like,
aspect.
the architecture.
Yeah, exactly. Um, but yeah, in other ways, I'm just like, I don't know, I don't fully believe in the things that they believe. But, like, whenever I was younger, I had to go to pro-life, like,
Okay.
rallies, like, marches and stuff, and that's all I knew was being pro-life. Like, now I'm pro-choice, but growing up, it's just like you don't really, like, open your mind to a lot of stuff when you're solely being taught one thing.
Mhm.
So I, like, changed my whole perspective, like, really when I went to college, I would say. But it is kinda sad, like, I stopped going to church, and I don't know. But I feel like there are certain people in my life now who are just, like, super religious,
Mhm.
and I just, like, with someone who's not as religious, still like, I still believe in God, but I'm just, like,
Mhm.
I'm not part of, like, any church or whatever.
Mhm. No, yeah, I feel that. I feel like for me growing up, like a lot of those beliefs were also like placed there, but I was a very like I think it's because I was on the internet like really young that
Mhm,
like I was getting like information from like both sides, I guess, because like I also at like church they're always like pro life and like all those things, but I was like I don't give a shit. Like whatever someone wants to do, that's what they want to do. And I was like that at like 12 years old. Like I was a very like open-minded kid.
yeah,
And before then, my parents weren't. I think, like, not to toot my own horn, but I think I educated them, like, a lot on, like, so many things, like abortion and everything, and then, like, being gay and then, like, trans stuff and everything, like, my parents are more open to everything now and, like, actually listen. At first, like, when I was younger, they were like, "Oh, no, like, this is what's right, whatever." And I'd just be like, "I don't believe
mhm,
in that." And, like, that would stem, like, a lot of fights and stuff because I was just like I didn't wanna be told, like, what to believe in and, like, I guess being very, like, open-minded and stuff, like, I just, like, shared my thoughts and, like, if they didn't like it, I don't really care.
yeah,
Um, so, yeah, I think, like, in my life right now, I don't have anyone that's, like, super religious. But I like, at the end of the day, like, if people are super religious, they can, like, do whatever they want. I just don't like when people, like, try and, like, push, like, their views and thoughts onto me because at the end of the day, whatever
yeah,
I believe in is what I believe in, and, like,
yeah,
I don't like, no matter what other people say, like, it's not gonna change that. Just like I don't try and change other people's, like, views and stuff and
mhm,
beliefs. I just hate, like, when people try and do that, and, like, a lot of, like, religious people do try and do that. Like,
mhm,
Jehovah Witness too, like they're like a whole
mhm,
other, like, world to me, like, some of the stuff that they, like, obey and stuff, like, when you can't give blood to, like, your family member that's dying, so, like, they just
mhm.
die, and, like, that they still come door to door, like, "Why are you knocking at my door trying to, like, convert me to your, like, religion?" Like, that stuff, like, is, like,
Yeah, it's too
no to
far.
me. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I feel the same way. It's like I'm not one to judge someone,
Mhm.
especially when I see it so prevalent in, like, people's lives who are very close to me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna judge you, but also don't push it on me and don't make me feel bad just because I don't believe what you believe,
Yeah.
because I don't make you feel bad for what you believe, but then when people do it to me, it's like it
Yeah.
sucks. But it's literally something that stays with you if you don't heal from it
Mhm.
for a long time, because
Yeah.
whenever I was younger, every night I used to pray before I went to sleep. And like I still pray. I just remember like when it came to like dark stuff and like demons and stuff like that, my dad
Yeah.
would always be like, just like pray and like you'll be fine. But like I was scared.
Of, like,
And so
demons?
yeah, it's scary.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I watch, like, all those, like, movies and shows and stuff.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm not, like, scared of it personally, but, like, I also don't wanna dive myself too deep into it because 'cause that'll scare me, and, like, that's when, like, shit happens.
Well, yeah, because I know that things can attach themselves to
Oh,
you,
yeah,
and like,
100%.
but like whenever I was going through like a really dark place mentally, like I was extremely paranoid. Like paranoia was like, oh my gosh, through the
Mhm.
roof. I felt like I was seeing things, I felt like I was hearing things. Things would wake me up at night, or so I
Mhm.
thought, and like it freaked me out. But like the only thing that I thought it to do was like grab my rosary, because that's what I literally
Mhm.
like knew growing up, and I started praying and literally everything like stopped. And so
Mhm.
it's like it's hard for me because I'm like, okay, but like I've never really like actually prayed with a rosary. But then doing that, it's like it actually stopped.
Mhm. But then,
So is
like,
it
things
just
like
me
that
thinking,
yeah, that's what I was gonna say,
or
like,
is
things
it
like that, even, like, with, like I don't know if you know, like, the whole, like, evil eye thing?
yeah.
So, like, when, like, someone's like, at least for my, like, belief like, this is the one thing I believe in. I don't know if it's religion or whatever, but, like,
Mm,
when, like, you have a really bad headache that's in your eye, like, it's about people talking about you, okay? And then, like, my grandmother and, like, it's usually older people have this, like, prayer that they say and it makes it go away. So whenever I have it that bad, my grandmother does that and it goes away, but, like, in my head too, I'm like, "Does it go away because that actually does something, or is it just my
yeah,
mind telling me?" And even with,
yeah.
like, Tylenol and Advil, like, I was reading that it's like a placebo, that, like,
Mhm,
when you take it, there's not actual, like, big medicine in it. It's like a placebo effect that when you take it, like, it help like, your body is like, "Okay, like, you took a pill, like, this will, like, go away." So it's so,
yeah.
like, wild to me too, because it's like, I don't know. I don't know.
But then I'm thinking about it too, because like thinking about like a rosary and using an object, and then
Mhm.
people also use like crystals.
Yeah,
It's the same thing, literally,
it is.
but it's seen as so different. And it's funny because like the Catholic Church sees like crystals and like manifestation and all that as like witchcraft.
Yeah.
But then you kind of have these same, I don't even know what they would be called, but same, I don't know, beliefs, I guess. But
Mhm.
it's just called or seen as something different.
Yeah.
It's literally the same.
Yeah.
I think everyone's goal too is like similar, but it's just the paths that you take that are
Mhm.
different, obviously.
Like,
Which
okay,
is
so
why,
let's say you have kids.
yeah.
Like, would you raise them, like, in a religious way?
I used to say that I would go to church every Sunday, like how I was raised.
Mhm.
But it just that instilled so much, like, again, anxiety in me that
Mhm.
I wouldn't want my kids to experience.
Yeah.
I'm going to teach them certain things, but I'm
Mhm.
also, as they grow up, going to let them discover things on their own,
Yeah.
because just like how I didn't want someone to push something on me, I would never want to push something on my kids. So,
Yeah. No, me too. I would say, like, I don't personally, I don't think I'm gonna have kids, but if I did, I would, like I probably would just let them pick. Like, I don't think I would baptize them or anything like that, and, like, until they're, like, an age where, like it's not like it did anything bad to me being baptized or anything like that, but I think, like I don't know. I would just wait for them to be of age and, like, they can decide. Yeah. Oh my god, wait, no. I saw this video. This has to do with religion. I saw this video on TikTok yesterday, or Instagram. No, I don't remember where it was. I was like, what the fuck? Like, there was this priest and this guy that has autism came on stage and they were like, we're going to take the autism out of you. Okay. So
Mhm.
the priest like said a prayer and the person that has autism started like shaking as if the autism was coming out of him. And I was
Aw.
watching this and I was like, what is happening? Like, I don't personally believe that's how it works. And if it was, then everyone that has like autism, depression, or anything like that would go get it out of them. But I don't think it just comes out of you like that. And
Yeah.
then apparently he was cured from his autism.
Well,
So,
I've heard those stories before where it's like, it's almost honestly like an exorcism. You're like
hmm
speaking to the devil because people see mental health and like depression, for example,
hmm
as
yeah,
demonic, and that's what is like attached to you or whatever. So they're like trying to
yeah.
get it out of you. Um, and it's just crazy to me, honestly. But at the same time, when I was like at my lowest, I was like, do I
hmm
need that? Because nothing else is working.
yeah.
So like, should I try it? Because like, but I don't know. I know like my parents, whenever they were younger, they went to some church. And not that they did that to them, but they like prayed to the point where they literally fell over,
hmm
which I don't know. I don't
Like, I'm so like curious again
never
if that's like
happened
if
to
that
me, but
actually
like
like is like a thing that happens or it's like your subconscious mind. You know what I mean? Like I think it's just
yeah.
so like interesting. I
Well,
don't
same
know.
with like hypnosis. I'm like, does
Yeah, like
that
I don't know if
actually
that's actually
happen?
happens. Like
Yeah.
sorry, I thought he was like taking pills. Sound like a pill, but it's a stick. I was like, where the fuck did he get that? Yeah, like I don't know if like hypnosis again, like exactly like is your subconscious mind, like any of that. I've never tried
Yeah.
hypnosis. It kind of scares me because I've heard that people can't get out of it, and I don't want to be one of those people. So
That's scary.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's also some religions, sorry, but what was it called? Or what there was some documentary I saw. I don't even remember what it was called. But like again, very culty, but like
hmm
the priests or pastors or whatever they're called, whatever in that religion,
hmm
um would go as far as like abusing people like sexually. And that to me is just like absolutely insane. And I know it can happen anywhere, like in any religion, blah blah blah. But like it's so crazy
Hey,
because
you want to
like
hear? Okay, no, sorry, I thought you were done.
no, these people are seen as like leaders.
Is it
They have
like the
so much
order
power.
or like the
I don't know. Oh,
FLDS,
yes, yeah,
like
that's what it
the
was.
polygamists?
Yeah,
Yeah, I used to watch this show called Escaping Polygamy, and it would be like it was literally like these girls that escaped would go back and help like other women or like men escape, like
I actually think I
because
watched it too.
yeah, it was so good. There's also a documentary. Maybe it's the one you're talking about. It's on Netflix. Ugh, I don't know what it's called. It's called like I don't know, Eat, Pray, Obey or something like that.
Something. Sorry, there was one that was called Keep Sweet or something. I don't know if
Okay, I
that's
don't know
the
if
same
that's the
thing.
same one, but yeah, or maybe it is. I'm gonna go look right now because now it's gonna annoy me. But
Yeah,
yeah, I
now's a
watched
good one.
documentary. Okay, no, the one I watched is called okay, yeah, Keep Sweet, Pray and Obey.
There
We
we
both
go.
said it in
There we
different
go,
ways.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, this is the one. Like it's so like weird to me. Like and these like pastors and stuff are just like regular men
Yeah.
like that just like we're like, "Oh, like I'm like Jesus." Like, no, you're not. But
Wait, sorry. In that, did they, like there was one specific guy who had
yeah, and he's
multiple
in jail.
wives?
Okay, yeah. They all have
That
multiple
was it?
wives. Yeah.
Okay. But then wait, I'm trying to think because 'cause I've seen so many documentaries and, like,
Mhm.
it was kinda giving Handmaid's Tale, right? Low
Yeah.
key? Okay. Yeah, it's just, like, crazy to me, like
No, you okay, I'm gonna tell you a story now of when I was in Europe.
okay.
So, I don't know if you know much about the Pope, but he was supposed to like
Too much.
he was supposed to like I think like 2 years ago he was gonna like come forth at the Vatican and talk about how like gay people should be able to marry gay people, and he chickened out last minute and, like, condemned it basically and was like, "Being gay is bad," type of thing, without saying it, but, like, that was the gist of it, okay.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't wanna go to the Vatican, to be honest, like, I didn't wanna be there, but whatever, I just went because my parents wanted to go, and I was like, "Hey, whatever, like, it's nice outside, whatever." Lauren, when I got there and we went to the front where, like, the Pope would stand,
Yeah.
my whole chest got, like, red
Stop.
burning, okay? I got a fucking heat rash
Oh my
right there. The
gosh.
second I left, like, the second we left, it went away. So I told my mom, I was
Oh
like, "They
my
didn't want
gosh.
me here." My mom's looking at me, she's like, "Oh, Amanda, be quiet." But I was like, "They didn't want me here because what," I mean, it's probably a coincidence, but, like, in my head, I was like, "That is so, like, weird," because it's
Yeah.
literally as soon as I walked into, like, because there's, like, a circle area where there's, like,
Mhm.
seats, and, like, on Sundays, like, the Pope would come out, and it wasn't even when we got there, it was as soon as I got to that front spot that it happened, and as soon as I left, it stopped, and I was like, "That is really weird."
That's really weird.
And I'm never gonna go back to the Vatican. So, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's just like so many things like that happen where it's just like, I don't know. It's just weird.
But, yeah, I only go to church on Christmas and because my parents want me to go. So we made a deal because I told them how I didn't wanna go to church. So they said, "I don't care if you don't go to church, every Sunday like us, but, um, like, I just want you there on Christmas." And I was like, "Hey, whatever. It's one day."
Yeah. Well, it's funny because my dad, like we were raised Catholic, and
Mhm.
not my oldest, my second oldest sister, she started going to like a different church,
Mhm.
and they have like a pastor there, so not a priest.
Yeah.
And like the service is very like geared towards just normal people who can understand like
Yeah.
the language. I don't know, because like the Catholic Church is very like fancy language.
Mhm.
But so yeah, and then like music is very like much a part of that like service and whatever.
Yeah.
And so like my dad started going to it too, and then like my siblings, whatever, and I've gone to it too. But like now, like I don't even think my dad's Catholic. So it's like growing up, I heard so much about how like the Catholic Church is like the main religion and like the
Mhm.
one and only whatever. And so it's like if you can just switch so seamlessly, I guess, or so it seemed, then like I don't know, it's like hard for me to believe that like anything that I grew up knowing was like true. Like
No, yeah, I felt
it
that way too
just
because, like, I was always like, "There's so many religions, like, how do you know which ones?" That's what I would ask my parents that. I was like, "There's so many different ones, how do you know yours is right?" And then they would always be like, "It's about
yeah.
belief, it's, like, what you believe in." And I'm like, "Okay, so, like, yours could be wrong." But then they would get mad at me. But it's like, I wasn't
Mhm.
even trying to do it in, like, a way, I was just, like, genuinely, like, there's so many different religions with so many, like, storylines to it, like, how do you know
Mhm.
which is which?
Yeah, it's pretty confusing,
Yeah.
especially if you're someone who's like, I need to see it to believe it. And a lot of these things are just not that. Like,
Yeah.
so it's kind of hard.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot. I feel like I don't have anything else to add. Just religion's a interesting topic. And I feel like everyone has their own like version of religious trauma in some way, or maybe not if they're still like very I mean, it's just like I don't know. I don't know. I think I also went to like a Catholic all girls high school, which was a whole other thing. Like we would
Me
have
too.
like like a class secretary, a class president, a class I don't know what the word was, but it was someone that every morning they went up in front of the class and they said a prayer and I was just sitting there and I was like, "What the fuck is this? Like this is like whatever." And then once a month we would have mass as the whole school. I was like,
Yeah.
this is too much. Like I already have to go on Sundays, now I have to go here."
Yeah.
And we would like go up and like take the host And I was like, what is happening? I would never take it at school. I was like, "Nope." And then, like, all the teachers would look at me, and we had, like, nuns that would, like, live on like, on our school area.
Nuns.
Yeah, they would oh my god, when I saw them, they scared the shit out of me.
It
They would
scared
look at us.
you?
Yeah, because they would look at us and judge us because, like, our skirts were short, like, this was, like, our, like, socks were not at our knees, like,
Yeah.
just felt like they were, like, judging me or,
Oh my
like, telling
gosh.
God or something that I was bad.
It's so crazy to me though, because I didn't even see, like, mass, like, growing up as, like, because now I think that literally it's very cultish,
Mhm.
like we said. Because literally you're eating the body of Christ
The body and
and
blood.
drinking the blood.
Mhm.
The blood. What? Like a
And then, like, when
literal
you all stand
ritual.
at the same time, you all sit at the same
You
time, you
all
all, like, have your
kneel,
hands,
you go like this, you go like
yeah.
this, you go like
It's a
this,
lot.
and then you
It's
ring
a
the
lot.
bells and you get
Mhm.
like it's crazy. It's just
Yeah.
yeah, very
Yeah. At the end of the day, like, I feel like everyone is, like, entitled to their own beliefs and, like, whatever they wanna believe in. Um, all I would say is, like, just don't push your beliefs onto other people or, like, try to, and, like, I don't know. I see, like, so many things online too, and, like, just, like, don't push your beliefs onto people that don't wanna hear it. If someone asks you, sure, like, that's a different thing, but, like, if people aren't asking you, like, they don't wanna hear it. Just like the
yeah,
same goes to people who don't believe in, like, stuff and who are, like, atheists or whatever, like, don't push your beliefs onto people too. And that's all I have to
yeah,
say.
100%. Very well said. I was actually gonna say the same thing, so
Okay, works out. You have anything else to add?
no, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, thank you for listening. I hope you did not have religious trauma. And if you did, well, you're not alone. Um,
Yeah, true.
yeah, yeah. Thanks for listening. I
Thanks for
hope you
listening, guys.
enjoyed. And don't forget to follow or subscribe to the podcast. Um, Follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok.
Stay
And
tuned for
yeah,
exciting episodes coming up soon.
yes.
Okay, bye.
Bye.